Millions of people in California are bracing for yet another round of severe weather. It's set to hit tomorrow. That's the 7th round since Christmas. There was a much-needed break in the rain today, and crews are just beginning the cleanup process in Montecito. An onslaught of storms has battered the Golden State for nearly 2 weeks straight now. At least 18 people have died in that time. Today, more than 100 National Guard troops are still urgently searching for 5-year-old Kyle Doan. Floodwaters swept him out of his mother's arms on Monday. NBC News meteorologist Bill Karins is standing by with the latest forecast for there and for the South. But let's first go to NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra. She's in California, about 2 hours west of Sacramento. Marissa, what are you seeing where you are now, and how are people preparing for even more rain to come?
Yeah, chances are if you're walking around in California like I am, you're walking on muddy ground. You're hearing chainsaws as people are trying to clean up. The big concerns here, the saturated ground leading to landslides, mudslides, toppled trees like the one that I'm walking right next to, roots almost as big as I am. This tree is massive. Thankfully, did not fall on anyone or on a house, but that is something that we're seeing. We've already seen a week and a day ago, a toddler was killed inside of his home because a tree fell on top of it. We've seen overnight reports of trees falling. We know that this is a reason why there are still thousands of people without power. We know that there are people who haven't had power for over a week. So the big concern here is, again, that soil that has just been saturated as people are trying to clean the mud out of everything, but really just trying to address the tree removal crews, trying to get rid of things like this, situations like this, so that they don't have them falling on roads, don't have them falling on trees, or rather on cars and homes that could prove to be deadly like we've already seen. Guys?
Marissa, thank you. And I want to go to Bill. Bill, I know you're tracking a tornado in Alabama, and we need to hear about that. Can I start you, though, with what to expect on the West Coast?
Yeah, you mentioned that today was the break. We only have rain in northern portions of the state and open areas of Oregon. We get another piece of moisture tomorrow, a bigger storm Saturday, and then as we get towards Monday, it looks like the final storm in our parade of storms, and that'll end up being like 9 storms in like 3 weeks. So the rainfall totals in this area will be as high as 4 to 5 inches in the mountains after we add up all those events through Monday. So additional flooding is likely. Now let's get to what's happening in Alabama today, a tornado outbreak. We've had 19 tornado reports, most of them from York to Selma to Montgomery. And I mentioned Selma because we know we had a tornado went right through the downtown area. Significant damage there. We reported at least 10 to 15 injuries in Alabama today, all of those non-life-threatening. But this has all happened in the last couple hours. That tornado that went through the Selma area was on the ground for possibly 60 to 70 miles. We don't know if it was continuously on the ground like that, but we call that a long-track tornado, and it was strong. I've seen pictures of mobile homes that have just been splintered and just destroyed completely. And so all the first responders are still rushing to those areas to give the people their aid and search and rescue if needed. So we'll get a lot more information on the developments in central Alabama as we go through the day. What's left of this line of storms will be pushing into areas of Georgia. Tornado watch till 7 o'clock this evening, and also for areas there in southern portions of Alabama. So we're not done yet, but already considerable damage.
Yeah, a lot of activity today. Bill Karins watching it all. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.